Hi ladies, welcome back to the Feminine Universe. I am always so happy to have you here. Enhanced femininity can sound like a lot of work sometimes. Staying on top of our appearance, developing stellar personality traits, mental fortitude, emotional balance, being kind to others, stacking our finances, and so on. And other times, enhanced femininity can sound like some overblown fantasy, as if once you put on a dress, sunshine and rainbows appear and start following you everywhere, and you never have to lift a finger again. Both of these perspectives are dramatized, but both also have their merits. It's absolutely work. Just like any lifestyle, it requires some effort and some discipline, but it also does come with benefits. These are things that will benefit you inwardly, as well as benefits when it comes to interacting with others. And that's what we're going to get into today. 5 real ways tapping into your enhanced femininity can change your life. So let's get started. The first benefit is gaining direction. Ascribing to or incorporating any lifestyle gives you a new or additional sense of direction. So many people are wandering through life aimlessly. They're just living for the next event or the next trend to guide them, or for the next negative piece of information to be outraged by. When you're getting into or even just curious about trying a specific lifestyle, you start directing yourself. Instead of scrolling mindlessly, you're doing research. Let's say you're getting into working out. You'll start researching when to do leg day. How many days a week should you work out a particular muscle group? What are the best sources of protein? Well, when enhancing your femininity, you're looking into working on your looks, you're devouring books, getting your money right, nurturing real relationships with people in your life who actually care about you. Instead of absorbing random content, you're now specifically focusing on things that will benefit you and contribute to your growth. So the first benefit of embracing enhanced femininity is direction. The next benefit is special treatment, whether through perks, advancement, or blind eyes being turned to any bad behavior. From constant smiles from strangers to hotel or flight upgrades, free champagne while dining out, store discounts and freebies you never asked for, these are all perks that might start popping up as you embrace this lifestyle. For better or for worse, humans react more positively to people who look good. And by this, I mean people who look like they take care of themselves. I'm not telling you that this is right or how it should be. I'm just telling you what it is. I'm sure we all know about pretty privilege, but there's also feminine privilege, which I think can be even better than pretty privilege. But that's something I can make a separate video about. Within this area, there's also advancement. When you look competent and care about the way you carry yourself, the way you speak, and so on, people go out of their way to advance you or make sure you get advanced. Maybe during a little girl talk or story time, I can share how this happened for me personally. And also within this benefit, when we do slip up, which will happen because we're all human, people will be more forgiving and sometimes be willing to turn a blind eye. I know someone listening has used their feminine wiles or damsel in distress mode to get an extension on term papers or get out of traffic tickets, whatever it is, you know what I'm talking about. The next benefit is self-education, and this includes what you want, what appeals to you, and doing your own research. So aside from direction, enhanced femininity ushers in self-education. There are terms you will hear and concepts you'll be exposed to that will force you to do research and learn new things to decide what you agree or disagree with. You might start reading up on the halo effect. You might dig into the connection between neuropsychology and gratitude journaling. You'll be getting book recommendations, or even just focusing on reading ingredients in products instead of following whatever a celebrity or influencer endorses. But the point is, you'll be learning. You'd be surprised how many people just stop learning once they don't have to attend graded classes anymore. You will unavoidably learn more about the world and yourself, your likes and your dislikes, based on your reaction to certain things that you're going to be exposed to within this lifestyle. The next benefit will be having the pick of the litter and getting more effort from men. How realistic would this be if we didn't talk about the difference that enhanced femininity makes when it comes to men? So let's talk. I'm sure we've all heard certain women talk about men who left them for an upgrade, or talk about how he never treated me like that, or he never took me to such nice places, or he never did X, Y, and Z when we were dating. And now I'm not trying to say that it all comes down to enhanced femininity. Hopefully that's obvious. Some men just aren't good people. Some men weren't mature enough at that stage in life, or some just weren't that interested, femininity or not. But enhanced femininity does better your odds, and when you lean into your femininity and care for yourself in every way, most men will realize that you are desirable and that you will always have options. They will realize that you can always move on if they slack. And honestly, nothing keeps them on their toes more. I've witnessed it, and men have told me this themselves. When a man comes across someone with something that just isn't the norm today, they will just naturally move a little bit differently. And if they don't, you, my dear, will always have the option to move on. And of course, we cannot overlook the benefit of how enhanced femininity raises your self-esteem and confidence. This one is going to be tied to your philosophy on life. If you can agree that your mental, physical, and spiritual are all connected, then you can easily see the direct correlation to how taking care of yourself physically will absolutely have an effect on the rest of you. Many people can acknowledge that when someone is mentally depressed, whether that's clinically or just having a down kind of moment, it can affect if they want to shower or do their hair or just care for themselves physically. But for some reason, people fight so hard against even considering the inverse, that caring for yourself physically can have a positive effect on the rest of you. On top of this, you're also putting emphasis on getting smarter, getting better at interacting with people, setting your boundaries, getting more financially stable, and so much more. Honestly, how would you feel if someone showed up for you every day, brought you delicious, healthy meals with some tasty dessert sprinkled in, bought you beautiful clothing, jewelry, and perfume, took you to lovely restaurants and on tropical vacations? Anyone who is being honest would say it would make you feel special, worth it, seen, loved. Well, here is a little breaking news. You can get a version of that when you do all these things for yourself. And as your self-esteem gets higher and you get used to taking care of yourself at a high level, you come to enjoy your own company more and more. And bad company becomes an unbearable waste of time. When people try to waste your time, instead of thinking, I don't necessarily like this, but I guess anything is better than being alone, you'll start thinking, I could be working on the next step in my business right now. I could be getting to the next chapter in a great book or watching an awesome series. I could be soaking my feet right now, massaging my scalp right now, cooking myself a decadent meal. Anything but wasting my time being unhappy or unfulfilled. And that is the mindset you want to have. And those are just some of the real life benefits of embracing the enhanced feminine lifestyle. Sometimes when people ask what the point is, and you mention some of these benefits, especially the ones that have to do with how others interact with you, some will try to say, oh, that's not important. Who cares what people think? But a lot of these same people will cry about feeling invisible, not getting attention, never feeling desired. If you ever watch or listen to the complaints on Pretty Privilege, a lot of the content is disappointment about a lot of small day-to-day things. It's not usually something as dramatic as I didn't get a job because I'm unattractive, or I was asked to please leave a store because I'm too unattractive. It's usually things like the sales associates don't acknowledge me, no one holds the door open for me, no one buys me drinks, people fall all over themselves to talk to my friends but don't acknowledge me. Because as little as these things might sound, when you deal with something day in and day out, it adds up. Constantly watching people receive things and receive treatment that you never get does not feel great, especially when they're things you want. If you don't want those things, then that's fine. You're fine without them. Watching it get flaunted in front of you or watching other people get it will not make you feel any type of way. But those people are in the minority. And while we obviously should not live solely for the approval of others, it is a normal biological and sociological human need for acceptance from our peers, at least in our immediate groups. This is visible in not only humans, but in several animal species as well. So anyone saying otherwise should take it up with science. Hopefully, this sheds some light on some of the direct benefits of the enhanced feminine lifestyle. Let me know if you'd like to see a video specifically on feminine privilege. Until next time, ladies, stay feminine, stay focused, and have fun.